I can't put shame to the name I'm proud of. If they it up correct, don't treat your family with honor. I don't care if it's easy for the barista, I promise. Yeah, me and
GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Dallas Cowboys. The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line. I've been ready since my dad used to tell me he would come into the house to get me. He ain't show. Valuable lesson, man, I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready. Crackle 80.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of 45. This defense for the Pats, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now you look at this Patriots defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Gets through, and now an opening. Still on his feet. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. C.D. Lamb, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Cowboys march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Looking to throw. May. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Defense gets up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
Here. Crazy. Five. Crazy.
They'll throw with May. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second and 9.
Here,
To throw, it's May. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Mustang 19. Ready. Gravity Lions. Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. McClain. On the out route, it's Lamb with the grab. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Cowboys at 11-4 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And the offense last week, they certainly had things humming, because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. We can look at this Patriots defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
18, Pioneer.
From the gun on 3rd down, McClain. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be. Right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
That was a lightning-fast incompletion. He got it, he threw it, and it fell to the ground.
What's that expression, life comes at you fast? In this case, the defenders came even faster. Incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, what's up? Hey, bro, right hand. Crazy.
To the air, May. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Throwing to start the drive. McClain looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Operating from the gun. McClain finding Pickens for another catch. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a 1st down.
Gets this out wide to Pickens. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
I see through your act and I still enjoy the show.
Hey! Buffalo 18, 70 Timberwolves. Ready?
Back to throw again. Got an open man. It's Pickens. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Go!
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, strike. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Rig. Hey, smash. 70 Ranger. Ready, Ranger.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Here we go. Rig, Panther 60, Panther 60. 7 Pirates. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Back to throw. McClain. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. Milton Williams racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
70, 70.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll swing this out to Blue. And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey over here? Now the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the second quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a 1st down.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
This one taken in by Stover. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 21. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Crazy, crazy, what's that? Crazy, crazy.
Throwing here is May. It's complete to Williams. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now 2nd and 5.
What's up?
Here's May. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the gun on third down is May. And it is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Pats have got it back to within a score.
The kick is good.
The extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 13-7. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. You're trying to sit on a lead and play that way. That doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They pass the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
2nd and a couple.
Here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to 45. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Come on. Set. Hiking. Ready.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Second and 10.
Ready. Hot, get, go street.
Operating from the gun. McClain firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field and took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Ready, set.
The offense on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Cougar 19.
throwing from the gun. McClain. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The drive begins with a run by Henderson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
On first down, it's Henderson. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
Joe Dean on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Great job, we're good. Crazy.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Hey, what's up? 5. Crazy. Five.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Drops it to Blue, complete. And running with power here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Tag. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Okay,
after the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Lions. Hey, press.
Build that momentum offense.
Like it, 18. Go.
Operating from the gun, McLean. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ready.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Get up, cut 19. Cut 70 Timberwolves. Buffalo 18.
Looking to throw. McLean. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And Charles, his name etched in the NFL record books. Just the 2nd field goal ever made from 66 yards as he ties Justin Tucker's NFL record.
And everything had to go right for that field goal to be converted. The snap, the hold, the protection, all had to be perfect. No wind working against you, and he nails that one. Congratulations on an incredible kick.
With a first down as they begin the drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Crazy, crazy. Here goes that. Hey, what's that? Here. Crazy.
From the gun, it's May. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Crazy.
They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. And he returns this to the 22. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the 1st half. I think they get back in balance. It'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The 35-yard line.
Crazy.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Crazy.
Looking to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Crazy.
Looking to throw. May. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Here we go.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Completes this one to Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They go play action here on first down. Able to hit his target Lamb. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that will bring up 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line.
Ready, break. Bronco 80. 65 catch, 65.
They'll look to throw again. Another one is C.D. Lamb. He's got it. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 27-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Viking 65, 65, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Panther 11, Panther 60, Panther 60, 18, Pioneer. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Pats are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. But the good news, and now the rookie's free. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. 98 yards. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Shifts by him. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Manning, he hits him in stride. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be second down. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Ready, ready. Ready, ready. Check, 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 check. Set, hey. Let's go.
Back to throw. McClain. A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
Only able to gain a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Ready. Liking 18.
From the gun on 3rd down. McClain. And not nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Well, now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
May going to give it to Henderson.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Hey, what's up? Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Again, it's Henderson.
And he's going to burn his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
That was a good run, and it should get the attention of the defense, but they can't just dwell on it. They've been playing so well this entire game. Maybe they just look at it and say, okay, congratulations, you got one on us, and just not let it turn into more.
In motion comes the tight end left.
To throw, it's May.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Bruh, it's 4th and 2 on your own 48. You got to punt or kick a field goal.
Hi, bro.
It's the 3rd quarter.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
What's this dude doing, bro? You got to follow the rules, bro.
Defense.
You can play your family's favorite songs anytime you like with Amazon Music Unlimited.
For a limited time, you are eligible for a free trial, which then renews at $5.99 a month for this Echo until you ask me to cancel. Terms in the Alexa app. Should I start your Amazon Music Unlimited trial and play the goldfish?
Yeah.
Great. We'll automatically charge your default credit card. You can update your billing information in the Alexa app. Okay to sign you up?
Oh, yes, sir.
I did not hear you. To listen to questions, just say sign me up for Amazon Music Unlimited. Here's a mix based by the Lowly Berkner Band on Amazon Music.
Lots of little fish were sleeping on a rock on the bottom of the ocean.
It's their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents. An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
19 Charger, 19 Charger. Trap 60, trap 60.
Operating from the gun, McClain. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. A good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He finds Pickens over the middle.
And you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 3.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Ready.
Operating from the gun, McClain. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. Javonte Williams with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Aubrey good with the PAT. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll throw with May. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On the draw, it's Henderson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Crazy.
To the air, May. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Five. Crazy. Hey, no, here. Crazy.
Throwing here is May. Rush coming, and he's taken down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's May. And he spots Henderson open right side. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
Crazy. Hey, what's up?
He'll look to throw. He'll swing this out to Henderson. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Completed pass, brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter, you're going. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
They'll try and throw forward May.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, for that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Throwing to start the drive. McClain
looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his 1st season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Okay.
New England on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
1960 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Back to throw again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. May looking to run.
And this will leave him a yard short.
Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 1 from the 2.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Cowboys' 2-yard line.
Out of the gun, a run with Henderson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. Touchdown, Patriots.
Kyle Williams
from 3 yards out.
And the Patriots have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Patriots 21.
Project, this ain't what you want.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
On the set. Ready? Panther 11. Panther 11. Cougar 19.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Got an open man. It's Pickens.
They'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Let's go. 60 Vikings. 60 Vikings. Go.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Get it. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Unlock Lions. Unlock Lions.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold them to 3 to keep this a 1-score game.
70 Timberwolves. Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
They'll try and throw for it. Complete at the 1. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call it down at the 44.
There's no doubt, Blaine, that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Here's 1st and 10.
Crazy. Crazy.
Completes it to Powell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
Crazy, crazy.
From the shotgun, May with it. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Here goes 5. Hey, what's that? Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Over the middle, complete. That's Powell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
First down. First and goal.
Crazy, crazy. 5.
Looking to throw, May. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Ready.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 10-yard line.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for the Cowboys, they solidify their spot in the playoffs as they run their mark to 12-4 on the year. I'm Brandon Gunn. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here.